Hey, good morning. Starting out again from Newfound Gap Road. Went up the AT, hitting Charlies Bunion, and going down to Smokemont. Last time we were here, it was snowing. So, should be a much different trail. It's kind of cool this morning. I mean, for mid-June, 60 degrees. Kind of going to be a gorgeous day. So, come along. So we'll be following the AT for a good portion of the beginning of our trail today. About 5 miles, I think. A little past Charlies Bunion. Then we'll make a right. Start heading back down the mountain. It's gonna be a great day. A little slow this morning. Could be that breakfast I had at Mabel's earlier. I don't know if you remember this trail from January, but it was a solid sheet of ice in here. See if I can find the footage and put it in here for you. We just went past where the trail diverges a little bit to go look at an overlook that's overgrown. The first time I did this trail was at night in the rain. And that little junction back there threw me for a loop. Kind of got really confused where I was going. So, but you don't understand or realize how much you rely on your peripheral vision when you're hiking, when your peripheral vision has been severely limited because you don't have a light source. But yeah, that really threw me for a loop. So, but not today. We just made it up to the ridge line. So it's gonna be fairly easy from here on out. Pretty excited. I came all the way up that AT section from Newfound Gap without stopping. Time wasn't as good as it was in January, I don't think. But I also didn't have Mabel's breakfast. Probably has a lot to do with it. This is definitely one of the more populated trails. Simply, it's got the Charlies Bunion, and I think that's one of those to-do list things. It's a pretty significant climb up from the parking lot for most people, but a lot of people are just hiking to Charlies Bunion, turn around and head back to the car, and getting back to Gatlinburg in time for a late lunch. So, but we're going to be going a little bit further today. A lot of new trail today. I think close to 7-8 miles, which is kind of cool. It's hard to get that kind of new mileage in right now. So, but here we are. Sweet Heifer. This is where we turned off back in January and went down. But so next stop is Icewater Spring Shelter. Well, I always talk about how few people there are on the trail. I was talking earlier about how heavily traveled this trail is. Yeah, talking to a couple of folks, they're all heading to Charlies Bunion. So I have a feeling once we go a little bit further and make that turn, we probably won't see anybody until we get closer to Smokemont. But that's cool. Love seeing people get out. Makes a big difference. Keeps the trails healthy. Keeps the national park viable. People are buying their parking permits, I hope. Morning. Not too long ago, ran into a ridge runner for the AT. Hats off to those guys. They walk forward and backwards, maybe not backwards, but they trek a certain section of the AT, picking up people's trash and things that got dropped, and stuff that got left behind at shelters and packing them out. And they do that all summer long during the AT season. I mean, that's pretty amazing job. Not sure that I would have the willpower or the stamina to be able to pull that off, but hats off to them. Kind of pretty cool that the AT puts time, money, and energy into making sure that the trails maintain their beauty for not just the people hiking the AT, but everyone else. So, nice job. All right, at Icewater Shelter, funny story. Last time we were here with David and Wynn, my son David, we got in the evening, staying here, and there was probably about 10 to 12 teenage girls, and my son was like 16 at the time, and he was just overwhelmed with all this attention because he was the only boy their age here, and it was pretty funny. They had a campfire, and David, and this still haunts him to this day, where he says, "Oh, you have a campfire? We have marshmallows." He didn't pack a single marshmallow. He took all the marshmallows from Wynn, who had packed them in. So Wynn never gave him relief for that. So good times. There you go. Here's your water source. AT. Oh, that was Charlies Bunion. Pretty awesome. What a great day to be up here. Pretty crowded. Now we're going to head down the AT a little bit more to make that hard right hand turn. Start heading down to Smokemont. Verdant forest. Wow, how green it is. Absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Just had some people turn around. They're heading away from their car using Google Maps. I don't think Google Maps works very well up here. Gotta have a pretty good idea where you're going. Just ran into someone that came up from Smokemont this morning. I asked him how the trail was and said that the trail's good. He said Dry Sluice Gap was a little overgrown. He said, but that's to be expected when it's not heavily traveled. So that's a good thing. That means pretty much past this point right here where the Charlies Bunion cutoff is, where we're not going to run into many. If we run into anyone, we might run into some southbound AT hikers. That's probably not very likely either, so it may be a little bit too early for them. Anyway. All right, here we are at the turnoff. Smokemont Campground, 8.7 miles. Appalachian Shelter, 3.8. That's where we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna go all the way down there. We're gonna go hit the Grassy Branch Trail, I believe. So we'll see you there. All right, coming up with a new trail juncture. We'll see see which way we're heading. It's funny, I was just thinking, should be coming up on a new trail crossing here soon. The Charlies Bunion, man, it's crowded up there.
Is it?
Yeah, big time. Well, in my first fall just a little bit ago, it's been a while. It's kind of cool. More on, I don't know, stupidity maybe than anything else. I came up to a tree that had fallen, and it was kind of a branch with a fork in it. And I'm always afraid to kind of step completely over something like that if I can't see it. Afraid there might be something resting under the other side. So I stepped in the middle, and then checked again, and when I went to step over, my back foot got caught and I just went down kind of hard, but not hurt. Had a little bit of swelling on my leg. There's a little swelling still there, but a little scratch. Nothing that time won't take care of. That's the first fall in quite a while, actually, so that's good. I really don't think it was a fall. It was more of the tree tripped me. So that doesn't count as a fall. Yeah, doesn't count at all. That was a tripping incident. A yellow flag would have been thrown on that, sure enough. Maybe even a red one, because that was just really, really bad. Really uncalled for. So ball wasn't even near me when it happened. Hadn't seen many of these in the last couple of hikes, but this is one of the Smokies horseshoe turns. Pretty awesome. For the water. Oh man, just getting to this trail junction for Cabin Flats Campground. Seems to have taken forever to get here. So, but we'll go and see the campground and have some lunch. But wow, that was a long time. Yeah, coming in the Cabin Flats Campground. Man, this is nice. We'll go over there and have lunch, I believe. Unless something better presents itself. There's our sign saying campsite 49. So I think we are officially here. Alright, lunch spot. I'm gonna have some Uncrustable tonight. Wow. Definitely worth the side trip being down here. Looks awesome. You see our buddy up there hanging out. Just gonna walk on by. Right, just crossed the 10-mile mark for the day. So, rocking and rolling in about less than 5 hours, and that's with a stop for lunch. So about normal pace for me. So I should see how the next I think I have about 6.25 miles to go until I get picked up. I don't think there's going to be any drastic changes in altitude. I don't think it's going to be all flat, but I think it's going to be kind of slightly rolling hills. So that'll be fun. Should make up some good time. As long as there's not a lot of rocks, we'll be in golden shape. Great shape. Great shape. Well, that doesn't happen every day. Just got licked by a horse. Oh, but at least the rider did wish me happy Father's Day, so there's something to be said for that, I think. So, you can probably see the lick on my shirt here, right here. Cool bridge out there that we're gonna walk across. About as cool as it gets. Almost looks like an old railroad bridge. I don't know if it is or not, but it certainly looks that way. Then you have flag gauge when they're doing lumber and stuff, but I don't know. Might be wrong. According to the sign, we got about 4 more miles to go to the campground, so cool. Looks like that was a 4.6 miles down from the Appalachian Trail, but man, it sure did feel a whole lot longer. Super easy walking right here. Besides the gnats, it would be a perfect day. The gnats just got really bad once we got down lower. Temperature's still good. It's warm, not very humid though. But yeah, the gnats are pretty aggressive. I'd already had lunch, but I think I've had my fill of gnats too, so. Alright, I think we're coming up to another trail junction. It might be, yep, I'm gonna take a little detour here. I think they have a wedding going on here, so we're not going to disturb them, but pretty cool. Well, we're getting close to wrapping this one up. Looks like we're going to be a little over 15 miles for the day and a little over 7 hours. So again, right in that normal range for me. So, which is cool. We'll take it. We got to get a couple of trails marked off the list. Dry Sluice Gap, Dry Sluice Creek, can't remember, one of those two. That one's completely done from top to bottom. We got to see Charlies Bunion today, walk on the AT some, which was always fun. We got to go to Cabin Flats, a campground, super nice. Got to see a waterfall, a lot of running water. Got licked by a horse. I mean, what else can you ask for? To me, that's a complete day. Listen, I appreciate you so much for watching Miles with Don. And if you haven't subscribed, I gotta do it. Please subscribe. If you'd like to see me do other hikes in other areas, especially the Smokies or the Pisgah Forest area, leave a comment below and we'll try and get it worked in the schedule. I appreciate it. Thank you, and happy trails to you.